Greetings, pro wrestling fans, and thank you for joining us at the Pro Wrestling Look Back podcast. I'm Nick, and I'm sitting here with
the big dog.
The big dog who?
It's me, man. Donovan.
Spell it out. It's been a while.
AKA Rich Swan.
Yeah, sure.
Your boy Rich Swan, actually.
Fucking right, yo.
Donovan, and I got someone with me as well.
Shout out to your boy Tanner. Yeah, my ass. Your boy Younger. Tanner, use that again, motherfucker. It's on like Donkey Kong. No, I love you. But no, your boy Younger. What's up?
Oh, the band is back.
Yeah.
We back, baby. We haven't had this in a while,
yeah,
right?
the band is back together.
This is OG LookBack.
OG PWLB.
Yeah. When's the last time we did this? I was on the phone last time.
I think so. It's been a while since we've all been...
By the way, the calls are actually awesome.
They are cool.
The calls cool.
And sometimes we can't all get together and meet up and do the show, so...
I agree.
They work. But yeah, this is the roundtable. We're here. Episode 7. 7 episodes. It's pretty good.
We've made it.
That's crazy.
I don't know if we can say that yet. Don't get ahead of yourself, but...
Remember, I thought we were on 7 last week?
Yeah.
We're on episode 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, one of the 3.
Yeah.
And you knew, though.
This is definitely episode 7, but don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at PWLookback on both. On the email, if you want to get in contact with us, is prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com. The website, prowrestlinglookback.wordpress.com. My Twitter is at Salsa, SCELSA, if you want to get at me there.
My Twitter is at New School Money.
God, I love that fucking username. I'll always forever love that. And mine's at ZJVY93. Get those followers up.
Bang, bang.
Always. So, yeah, where do you guys want to start? It's been a pretty crazy week in pro wrestling. For anybody listening, we appreciate the listen as well, as always. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I don't know where you guys want to start.
Well, I guess we could take it all the way to the land down under.
Yeah.
We had a event.
It's quite the super show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
it was like a WrestleMania almost.
Yeah, it was pretty big. It was the Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia, which actually, to say that, I learned something through the WWE. I always thought it was Melbourne, but it's Melbourne.
Oh, it's not Melbourne?
No, it's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
That's the correct way to say it, is Melbourne, Australia.
So the R and everything else is silent?
Yeah. I found that out because Wade Keller has a guy, Jason, who's always on his show. He used to be a fan. It was kind of cool. He used to call into the show from Australia, and now he called in so much and became such a regular guest that he's on the show now. Like once a month, Wade will have him as the guest. But anyway, yeah, he explained it all. And then I was listening to Michael Cole, and Michael Cole has to fucking pronounce everything proper. Like nothing wrong with that. I just
precise all the time.
Yeah, he's got to do everything exactly right. So yeah, it's Melbourne, Australia.
Interesting. Yeah, I never knew that actually.
But yeah,
never knew that. I thought it was always Melbourne.
Shout out to Melbourne because I don't know if you guys watch the show, you know that Michael Cole made you want to take a trip to Melbourne. It was pretty wild, man. The guy was, I don't know, he was putting Melbourne over. That's for sure.
He said it way too many times.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he said it way too many times.
But, yeah, the show was good. It was on at 5 a.m. for us on the East Coast. Younger watched it live. I couldn't watch most of it live. I watched a match or two. Had stuff I had to get to, and Donovan wasn't able to watch it as well. But we've all had a chance to kind of sit back and take a look back. Trademark. No, it's not. But, what
we'll make it a trademark.
Yeah, we'll get there. Take a look back at the show. So was there anything that before we'll go into kind of the standout matches of the night and maybe get a few of the times in, but was there anything that jumped out at you guys to maybe memorable moments?
I think the obvious one is like Buddy winning the
by far
title, right?
Wow.
By far.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not even just trying to say that because it was his hometown. It's just because I didn't even know this in the beginning, and I've been keeping up with 205 Live all year.
Yeah, you have.
That was the first loss
for Cedric
this year.
Yeah,
for Cedric.
Non-title and title match. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure non-title as well too.
Yeah, I only knew that because of Donovan. He told me that like 2 weeks ago that he hadn't lost yet, and I was like,
crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like I can't get over that. Like I don't know. I understand why they see a lot of hype of him and stuff, and like I understand in the beginning it wasn't he supposed to win. Like I understand TJ won.
Oh, you mean like the tournament?
Sorry, the tournament. Yeah, I should have been more detailed. But
like
yeah,
in the beginning, way back. Maybe,
right?
I don't know. I feel like if it was up to WWE, they would have had Kota Ibushi win, but I don't think he was interested in
he didn't want to come, right?
Yeah, he wasn't interested in sticking around. But I don't know, because I remember the whole thing with him was the please sign Cedric.
The fans, yeah.
Do you remember after he had a first round match and he won, and the whole crowd, please sign Cedric.
I do remember that because no one's ever seen that wrestling. That's
Yeah.
Well, the people that watch WWE or whatever and they don't watch anything else, that they're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like, this is nuts. Who is this guy, right?
It was when he lost, because he faced Kota Ibushi. And then when he lost, they had a fucking wicked match in that tournament.
See, I don't remember that match.
And then I remember the fans after being like, yo, sign this guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it was at the very end, right?
Yeah.
And he was in the ring. He was like tearing up and shit. Yeah,
was
I do
that with
remember
the
that.
Police Sign Cedric? Same
Yeah,
match?
that's right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
I didn't realize that was happened in the same match.
It was. I knew what you got. It was around that area, but yeah.
But either way, I never knew about him winning the tournament. But I didn't know until Donovan told me about the not losing this year. I wasn't super shocked that he lost. That being said, this was the one match that I did see live because I had a chance before I left in the morning. I had to go to go-karting. That I watched this match live start to finish, and it was really good. Like, I'm just surprised that you guys said that. You know what I mean? Maybe it was like the best like bell-to-bell in ring. Maybe it shows how much you guys are into like the technical side of professional wrestling, because I don't know, that wasn't something that jumped out to me as far as like memorable moment, like first thing to jump into my head. Obviously it's there, but it's, I don't know. The bigger names are popping through my head.
That's pretty crazy to me because like I understand what you're saying, like how we like technical part of the wrestling, but like that match was insane.
No, it was. I just
the way they worked with each other was incredible. Like absolutely incredible.
I thought it was going to be longer. I got to be completely honest. It was not. I'm not to say it was short. I don't have the time in front of me. I can probably.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch. I've seen pieces. I'm gonna go back and watch the whole match. Obviously, I've seen like pieces of it. I knew he won.
Yeah, so I guess it was only 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes. So it wasn't that long, but
it was more so like seeing that fucking reaction afterwards and the way he like. I think that's more what I'm. It was wicked. Like,
I like the journey that he's been on too, because he kind of did nothing after his tag partner went away in NXT.
Yeah,
I love that they brought up the fact that he was the first ever WWE like Australian-born WWE champion. And obviously not WWE champion quotes, but a
championship in general. Yeah.
A championship in general, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they brought that up and reminded everybody, I thought that was really cool. But no, Younger, not to discredit the match in any way. I thought it was awesome. There was so many big names on the show.
Well, what was your standout moment then?
Well, honestly, like the first, it's not even standout as much as like what's the first thing that popped into my head if somebody said Super Showdown. I still think Triple H and Undertaker. Honestly, the match wasn't very good, but it was fucking super long, like too long. And that's probably why it sticks out in my head. But honestly, the four of them with their arms in the air sticks out to me. I don't know why, and I can't explain. I'm just telling you my complete honest opinion or answer. Is the four of them, Undertaker, Triple H, Kane, and Shawn Michaels kind of standing with the four arms raised. Not even as much the turn, which we'll get to this later, but I don't know. That's kind of something that...
Isn't it crazy, too, as well, seeing those four in
Well, that's
the ring?
why. I think it's because they're so
all,
old, and it's like...
And that's the thing. We know so many guys that had to retire or that passed away, you know what I mean? Which is very unfortunate, but it's just incredible seeing this more than anything is Undertaker, man. The guy is like, what, 50 fucking something years
53.
old? 53 years old, man. Shout out to Mark Calloway?
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Like, that's ridiculous. That is, and he has nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove. He just loves wrestling, and that's fucking awesome. Like, that's amazing. I just think it's so remarkable what you see now with those four just chilling there. Like, I couldn't, it was mind-boggling because it's like, wow. Like, just like, there's so many other guys that don't want to do this anymore or can't do this anymore or unfortunately are not here anymore.
It was like a perfect moment, too.
Exactly. I thought that was awesome because I didn't really take that until the end of the match. I'm like, look at all these four motherfuckers. Like, it's 2018.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this is nuts. I was like, good God. One's a fucking mayor now.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck. Good for him.
Yeah.
Like,
shout out to Kane. But it was epic, like you said. I think it was so good that, like, we'll get to it again. We'll be all over the place on this show, but why are they doing this fucking shit at Crown Jewel? Like, it was perfect. Why did you have to, Like, you could have just...
Well, we all seen it coming, right? So
I was going to say, I kind of see it coming.
Whoa,
remember what I said
I
inside?
always have hope.
I was sewing in your house.
I just want to butt in quick. Like, I love, like, all them four of them and whatnot, but I had no desire. I don't want to see this, man. Like, I talked to you about it before the thing. Like, Undertaker looks rough to me.
He was better in this match than he was with Roman.
You know what I mean? Kane.
Last year. What was that this year? I'm fucking confused. When did they fight?
No, that was he fought Cena on last WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say,
and that was like 2 minutes.
It was quick.
2 minute match. But
yeah,
Yeah, I guess that was 2 years ago. Wow, the time flies.
Yeah.
I don't know if was there anything else from that show that jumped out at you, like the major super showdown. I mean, we had AJ and Samoa going at it after a pretty grueling feud that's lasted 2 months.
Joe Kimura.
Joe
Komor.
I don't know what.
Like Nakamura, but Joe Kimura, like just mad matches with AJ, but just no.
Yeah, but I would
victory.
say that this had more meat on the bun, this feud, than the Nakamura and AJ feud. I don't know how you guys feel, but I just think that this one, I mean...
I just think, like, I just have a problem with this type of shit because it's like, what now?
What do you mean?
Like, for Joe, what do we do now?
Well, he had he's at least it's his leg, which I don't know if we should keep jumping all over the place, but
yeah.
He's selling a leg injury. It's not like he just lost and then had, like, we don't hear from him. Like, he was on SmackDown and he couldn't compete in a match because of his injury that he sustained
and they didn't
against
really play,
AJ.
I don't know. I just thought they never played enough on the whole fact that AJ tapped. I think they could have played on him more. I don't know if I'm nitpicking here and shit, but like...
I think you kind of are, but not really, because I think their plans might have changed. Maybe, like, Joe could have been, like, you know how they are. They change shit all the time. Like,
sure.
Because you're right. That bugged me being an AJ Styles fan. Like, he tapped when he could have waited another fucking second and pinned him, which he did anyway, but I just mean he could have just not tapped. Like, comes away looking like Conor McGregor or something like that. I don't know. Like, but it's
you fucking would. You fucking would. That was awesome. That was awesome.
I don't know. I see your point in the sense, like, what the fuck is Joe going to do now? Mm-hmm. But they're also thinking about AJ's title reign and not just Joe here.
Yeah,
like,
which I don't have a problem with, but I don't know if I don't know, to go back to it so many, I don't know if they had to extend it on. It should have maybe just ended then, because I worry about guys like this, because look at Nakamura, man. Where the fuck is Shinsuke Nakamura right now? He has a title, and he wasn't on the past two fucking paper. Like, he's not doing anything, really. I heard rumors of some stuff to come, and we can get into that later. Yeah. But, like, I don't think they had a long-term plan for the guy after AJ. It's just like, okay, he's gonna fight him. And on top of that, Nakamura also fought Jinder and never won. So it's like, you question a guy's credibility
it
after
adds
a while.
up.
You know what I mean? Like, remember Dolph Ziggler before, guys?
Before
mad losses.
Drew?
Yeah, you know what I mean? We didn't take him seriously. Mad losses. I know I'm comparing apples and oranges in a sense.
Kind of. You're just comparing, like, Dolph had a lot more losses, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot more.
That's what I'm saying. How long before, you know?
I think Joe's going to have to win something now. And it once AJ loses that belt, like, who's to say Joe can't challenge for it again? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Younger, is there any...
I'm trying to take it all in, and I agree with Donovan.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of... Sorry, I'm all...
I think it's... I agree with him. I think it was crazy what they did with the whole Nakamura situation, where they were building this guy up, and it looked like he was going to fucking win and have it for a while. You know what I mean? Especially the build-up of what was going on. And now they're just doing a full 360. And the worst part is, he's your fucking U.S. champion, and he's not even on the show. What?
Yeah.
Everybody else was there. If I'm not mistaken, was everyone else there? Everybody else was there. I'm not trying to say every championship was on the line, but every championship was there except for him. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was
You guys are almost
that?
changing my opinions, because this hasn't bugged me that much, and I'm wearing a fucking Nakamura t-shirt right now.
Yeah.
And, like,
no, but I just think I think it's just like they discredit him a lot now. I don't know. Donovan says there's some shit that you heard, or
yeah. Do you want me to dive into that?
You might as well do it now, because I want to know.
Yeah.
Is there a reason
the
why
beginning
he
of the
wasn't
show
there?
here is kind of
his visa? Was it a
No.
visa?
I'm talking about, like, something to come. Like,
who he can feud on SmackDown.
Oh, that's weird. I thought you meant because there was a reason why he wasn't there. My bad.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I love Younger right to the visas.
Yeah. Well, you come on.
No. It's a good thing to bring up. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to hear that shit?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors of him, because we all know Ray. There's rumors of him and Ray having some match coming up. I don't know whether that's next week to see who qualifies for this whole World Cup thing.
They might have announced that.
Yeah, and I've been seeing it a lot online, so I don't know if they've officially announced it or I'm just seeing it.
Yeah, same here, because as soon as you said Rey Nakamura, they might have announced that on SmackDown last night. I don't know.
That's fucking awesome if that happens.
That's a wicked match.
Is it 1,000 next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not missing that, fellas. We have to get together for that.
Oh, yeah. Come over.
I
right
will.
away.
It better be longer than 2 hours.
No, it'll only be 2.
Fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all good.
As long as it's good.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'll be good.
And we got Evolution, man. First time ever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I told you that off topic. Well,
that makes
it
a little.
This
better.
is the round table, and we don't really have topics, or specific, structure. I think it's better. I think that's once I found out that Evolution's never been on SmackDown, I was like, oh, because at first it's like, what? Evolution, what? This doesn't make any sense. But they've literally, like, as a group, they've never been on the show, so it's kind of cool. Like they can walk up and be like, oh yeah, like 1,000 episodes. We figured we'd make an appearance. Just all cock. Maybe not. Maybe
we're gonna see Batista.
I just don't want to have. Yeah, I just don't want to have to look at Triple H because he's got like 4 heads, bro. It's ridiculous. He's fucking the CEO. Oh. He's the King of Kings. He's in the DX. He's in Evolution. He's the NXT god. I can't even fucking keep up with it anymore. It's fucking ridiculous.
He's the NXT god. By the way, shout out to him too.
Yeah,
and Dusty. More Dusty, but I know what you're saying.
He runs fucking 205 Live.
Exactly.
Does this guy sleep? Shout out to Triple H. I'm not discrediting him. I just mean
he likes his wrestling, bro.
It's more the wrestling characters. Like when I have to look at King of King, Triple H, fighting the Undertaker, and then now DX is back, which we'll get to on Raw. Fuck. And it's just a lot. I don't know where you guys want to go next, but anything else? Because I'd like to talk about a little bit about SmackDown and Raw this week. Is there anything major? I think we've talked about it, pretty much everything that we wanted to. Any women's stuff you want to talk about from the Super Showdown? Becky, Charlotte, or Ronda in her tag match with the Bellas against Riot Squad?
The Becky Charlotte match is one I actually did watch live.
Yeah. Again, I think one of the better matches on the show in bell to bell.
Yeah, I like that. It's the feud is so heated now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the fact they've managed to keep Becky using her type of tactics to retain, doing whatever.
Do you like that though? Like, I feel like she's using some JBL-ish type tactics to keep the belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's a weird situation in that sense because it's like she's supposed to be the heel. But the fans are always more behind her.
Well, that's the one thing that
even in Australia,
they've retracted on that. Like she doesn't bash the fans anymore.
In Australia, they were all over her. Like they were loving her.
Oh, Becky, yeah. Everyone, even last night on SmackDown.
So, yeah, it's interesting in that sense because she's supposed to be the heel, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yes and no. Like even if they're both, like even if she is still a heel or if she's a good guy or whatever, I don't give a flying fuck. I think this is amazing with it.
The feud,
on.
The feud's great.
But the feud, yeah, it's great. It's remarkable.
I feel the same. I don't really care who's a heel and babyface. Like,
and I was gonna say that before.
You can take your own pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even before that, though, I forgot to tell you in the Nakamura thing, and you're saying about Joe. I think those two are gonna fuck with each other soon too.
Again,
Joe and Knock.
Yeah. I really do.
For like the U.S. belt or something?
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's going to be a heel on heel thing. There's not going to be no good guy type of thing. Good guy on heel or whatever.
I feel like that's even harder to do, but then babyface. But
that's what I mean. Something new. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. They were really good in NXT. I watched them have a match in NXT TakeOver Toronto.
No, but back to the thing. Back to Becky and Charlotte. Yeah, the feud's great, and I thought the match was really, really good. Everything was expected, though, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You expected the finish as well?
And with
the DQ finish? Because I was shocked. I was a little taken back by that. Not taken back, but
not the DQ. But I knew that she was going to win, and that goes for and that goes for every other match except for the cruiserweight because I did not think that was going to happen. I swear to God, in my entire life. But like everything else, yeah, like the Iconics one for fuck's sakes. I understand because they're from Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, you know what I mean? You bring up a point that I didn't think of. The show was kind of predictable, no?
Like, I kind of seen that coming, but I still didn't see Buddy winning, even though he's from Australia. I did not see him winning at all. Like, I was 100% saying, like, Cedric's going to keep going. Because technically, this is supposed to be, like, a house show.
Yeah,
the one that we've seen in Oshawa or whatever is supposed to be like the exact same thing, so nothing should change.
What about DB? Well, sometimes it does, very rarely. But
exactly, yeah.
What about DB and the quick win? Because, like I said, we'll keep talking about Super Showdown, and then I want to dive into Raw and SmackDown. Because I have some topics about Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, but before that though, all in all, the Charlotte and Becky match,
Yeah, I figured.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
it was great. But I was actually very shocked about that. I was very shocked.
It was more of a
how they did
transition into
so
the.
you can obviously tell they're gonna keep doing this for a while, which is nice.
Yeah, you think
a lot of ratings on SmackDown is going to be happening for a long time because of what's going on. I understand DB with AJ Styles as well because that's coming up.
Yeah.
But these three or whoever it
Miz is going to stick around.
It's going to be unreal, and I guess he's not going to be taking any time off anytime soon. I've said it every fucking episode. I'm still sticking to it.
He was sticking to it last episode. I'll give him credit. He was sticking to his guns. I like it.
I thought he was done. I thought
he's going down with the shit, buddy. Miz will be having his second kid, and Younger's gonna be like, "Oh, he's due. He's had 2 kids now. Fucking time for some."
Now at this point, I just want him to get pregnant. You know what I mean? So just take time. You know what I mean? Like, just take some time off so I can prove a fucking point.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Well, apparently anybody can get pregnant now. I seen Joe Rogan post something about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I seen that too. Let's not talk about that.
2018.
Don't worry about it. Just let's move on. Anyways,
no politics.
Raw, everyone.
No, I want to. There's one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Unless Donovan has anything to talk about Daniel Bryan and Miz in the quick roll up finish. There's one more thing I want to talk about on the Super Showdown.
No, get to it. Salut.
Did you guys? I know Younger did, but I don't know if Donovan. Did you get a chance to see the John Cena at the Super Showdown?
Okay, so you know what's funny? I was falling asleep right as that match was starting because it was so early, man. Like
you were up,
buddy. I was up live at 3:30, ready to go. 4 fucking.
Thank God they didn't have a
bong
pre-show.
loads in. You know what? I was going to say bong loads, but I'm saying it now. I don't give a shit. 4 bong loads in, 2 beers. Let's fucking get it.
Get it. Legalized soon in Canada, I think.
One more week.
Like literally, I told you, I woke up to take a piss and I was like, I couldn't really fall asleep. I'm like, let me put this on. So I started watching a bit of it. I watched the first 2 matches. By the third, which was the Cena thing, I started to kind of nod off. I heard that he didn't. I know about this nice hairdo he had, and I heard he didn't take any bumps. That's all I really know about it?
Well, yeah. I don't know if you want to Younger. Do you want to start with the hairdo or you want to start with the in-ring?
Did he just came in and did the finish, I guess? Right?
Yeah, well, he did. We'll start with the hairdo. His hair was a little.
We'll start with the hairdo. Fucking hairdo. Because it was so noticeable and it was so out there.
I mean, it was just weird. Like, I'll give him. It doesn't matter. He's shooting a movie and he's growing his hair. I'm not chirping him.
And that's another reason why I think the thing was so quick with him because you couldn't take any bumps because he's shooting a movie.
No, that's what I heard. I read something about that.
That makes sense.
They didn't want him to.
His hair.
You can tell
funny.
He grew his hair out. He's never gonna grow his hair out.
It just
like
looked
that.
funny. You could tell he's balding a little bit. Who gives a shit?
He was balding big time.
Yeah,
not a little bit.
I was
big time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Stone Cold.
Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to talk about his hair too long, but it was different. If you didn't see it, it was fucking different.
God.
But yeah,
good for him.
He got the hot tag.
Yeah.
Into Elias, and he did what Michael Cole called the 6 moves of doom. Because he did his 5 moves.
Oh my fucking God.
I
forgot about this.
Shoulder block.
Yeah.
Hip spin. 5 knuckle.
5 knuckle, yep.
FU. Or attitude adjustment, sorry. I did watch wrestling in the early 2000s. And then he did this thing, which people brought up on Wade's show, because he hit the FUAA. He got up, like Elias stood up immediately after getting hit with the AA, immediately stood back up knowing that he was taking another move. And Cena throws up the X, similar to like what the referee would do if somebody got hurt, and then like ran at him and like punched
X-Men
like X-Men and like ran at him and punched him like a superhero or something. It was fucking trippy. It was some
it was
Chinese thing. No, honestly, like I think that's what it was.
Noise. He made the fucking noise too. Yeah, like raw.
Like it was
fucked.
It was trippy. That's
Oh.
It was
because he's been training at Jackie Chan's dojo lately, right?
Well,
so
aren't they doing a movie?
I think so.
Yes.
Which
he's just promoting
that might be a really good combination. To be honest, I'll watch that fucking buddy cop movie, John Cena and Jackie Chan. I mean, I know they're both a little old, but I'll watch that shit.
I'll watch that too.
You getting a little Shanghai Noon, a little Shanghai Nights. I love those.
Hey,
movies,
Johnny, getting a little
those
Chinese and shit in here.
Those movies are fucking great. Off topic, but shout out to Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights.
Maybe it's just something he does in the movie that he's trying to.
Maybe, but again, like I said, Michael Cole brought up because he hit it. He puts it up and he hit it. Michael Cole's like the 6th move of doom, and I was like, did he just?
That's ridiculous.
Did he just say that?
Did he just acknowledge that Cena does 5 moves? Like, what? They would never say that about Roman. The fourth move of doom. Like, Samoan drop spear. Nah. Okay, we won't go down that road. Yeah. So, was there anything else about that? Like, were you shocked that they won? And then Cena did a little promo afterwards where he talked and kind of said, like, the typical Cena, this is my home. This will always be my home. It was weird. He kind of talked like he might not be going back to Australia anytime.
It's not your home. Don't lie to us. It's funny because all the shit that he used to chirp the Rock for is exactly what he did.
Yeah, see, I don't feel the same, man. I don't feel that way. Like, The Rock actually left. Like,
not right away.
No, but was gone.
But not right away. Remember when the mummy and all that?
Yeah, but even still, he was gone for that shit, was he not?
No, in the very beginning, he was still
what Cena is right now.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You would know better than me, but I still feel like he was around less than Cena is.
No, he left, but Cena will get there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I
hear you though.
It's just weird, man. Like, when I hear The Rock, if The Rock said that and then Cena said it, I would believe Cena over The Rock. Like, to me, like, Cena like means it, whereas The Rock would just say that to like keep his wrestling fans. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I might lose some followers for that one, but I don't know.
I don't think so. This is going to be a whole new topic right now, but I don't think so, because when The Rock came back and fought John Cena at WrestleMania 28.
Yeah, 7 and 8.
He didn't have to.
Or no, 8 and 9.
Like, he didn't have. This guy never has to come back ever. Like, you gotta. For him to come back, and like, he did not have to come back.
Well, of course he didn't have to come back, but I think he knew that, like, A, the money, and B, the time was right. If he waited any longer, Cena would have been like, it's not like that match that they had or those two matches that they had would have been the same now. I don't think, at least. It wouldn't have had the same,
I just mean in general.
To steal a fucking term, gravitas that it did then.
For him to even show up. Like, he doesn't have to.
But he doesn't. The guy didn't even come to fucking Raw 25, and I don't think he's coming to SmackDown 1000,
that's
bro.
That's a whole other thing. No, but I'm saying, like,
let alone a satellite package from your fucking Escalade in the back.
I'm saying at that time, I feel like you don't like The Rock, man.
I'm not. I've never been a huge Rock. Like, I would always pick Stone Cold over The Rock, and I've always said, like, if I had to give you my actual Mount Rushmore, in the sense that, like, one guy from each generation, I'm not putting The Rock on there. Like, I'm putting fucking Gorgeous George or Hulk Hogan and then Stone Cold and Cena before I put or I'm putting X, name your wrestler from before Hulk's generation that I didn't watch a lot of and don't want to trample on. So that guy, Hulk, Stone Cold, and then Cena. Like, Stone Cold to me was way bigger in wrestling.
Yeah, but
like, in the bubble of pro wrestling.
Aside from Stone Cold and Rock, how do you put a guy that you never seen ahead of The Rock?
Who?
Like, anyone. Like you said, some Gorgeous George type of dude.
Because I was taking one guy from each generation.
Okay.
That's why. Okay. So that's why I said ex wrestler, whoever before Hulk, like whoever was. I don't know who really. Bruno, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's a good one.
More one from each era type of thing, and if you had to pick from that era, it would be Austin over Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like The Rock. I just like Cena more. Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to in this conversation.
Yeah.
Is I prefer Cena over The Rock, and I just feel he's a little more sincere in those thoughts. But should we maybe move on to Raw and SmackDown?
Let's get it.
Yeah,
let's get it.
All right, let's do it then. Monday Night Raw. I watched this one live, as I do every week.
I stayed until the main event when I walked out.
Oh yeah,
I was protesting.
Oh my God.
Like me when I went to the show and looked at Roman with a straight face and my arms by my side.
Give him that mean mugging look.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you see me. I fucking hate you.
I just want everybody to turn around. That's my goal one day. Just get everybody to him to go up on the ropes and everybody just turns around the other way. No? Okay. Should we get into Raw? How did it open, Don?
That's what I said. How could you forget?
I forget because I have what I wrote down and I didn't write down, I guess.
The boys, DX.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it down, but not at the top.
Are you ready?
Well, okay, so we had Shawn and Triple H first. You don't want to give it away. They came down in their own new T-shirts. Go buy those before you go buy the new DX merch.
I love those shirts, by the way.
Which ones?
The
The newest one, yeah, I
The
like
new ones
that.
actually are kind of nice.
I actually like them
with
a
the
lot.
with
Yeah.
the too sweet cross. It's kinda,
Established and
yeah.
I like that.
And just to kind of set the record, I didn't watch DX in the 90s. I didn't see the first incarnation. I was, watching wrestling when they decided to have their second go around when they were feuding Vince and spray painting the
The Spirit Squad.
Jet. Yeah, the Spirit Squad, the Jet.
How can anyone forget those 5-star classics?
Yeah, well, and I witnessed.
Shout out to Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Nikki.
Nikki.
And I witnessed Hell in a Cell match, which look back coming in the future, Unforgiven 2007 with DX and Big Show and Vince McMahon. So, I've seen some DX in my day.
Totally off topic. Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Totally.
Do you remember when Shawn Michaels had God as his tag team partner?
Oh, yeah. I was watching wrestling at that time.
Jesus fuck. Okay. That was ridiculous. I don't know why I just thought of that.
You know what's crazy is I didn't...
It was
because I was a kid. I think I was like 11 or 12, maybe 13. I don't know. Around that age at that time.
Only Vince could fight God, eh?
You got to look... Oh, fuck. I never looked at the product like through the eyes that I do now with I just bought in. I was like, oh, God's his teammate. Like, I just didn't get it. Like, it's not like I thought God was there, but I just whether he would, not that God's going to show up to a WWE show, but this is totally off the rails. But yeah, I don't know. Younger, did you see that?
Shout out to God. We love you.
Anyway, like I said, I've seen some DX in my day.
Yeah.
But I don't want this. I don't know how you guys feel. Give me your thoughts, please, because DX and Shawn Michaels and Triple H, reuniting in the ring and coming back for a match, and Shawn Michaels coming out of fucking retirement to fight in Saudi Arabia. It's just not for me personally. I don't think that Shawn Michaels. I don't know. Please, I'm curious to know what you guys think because.
Well, yeah, it's not for you because it's all for the prince.
Well, that's for sure. It's
For the prince.
apparently nowadays you can buy, if you have enough money, you can buy a show and book it yourself. So apparently, this is just a rumor, but apparently it's $40 million a show for 2 shows a year for 7 years.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
Well,
I guess because of all the equipment as well too, right?
yeah.
I'm assuming too as well.
And they got lots of money.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
Saudi Arabia, whatever happens there politically, I have no fucking idea. I'm not going to speak on that, but I know they're trying to become more relevant in pop culture. They want to have more of this type of shit. They want to have sporting events, and I'm a huge Formula One fan. Totally off topic, but I wouldn't be surprised if Saudi Arabia is the type of place that tries to get a Formula One Grand Prix in their country. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, they're looking for that right now.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think from what I can gather, it's a significant amount of money for each show for quite a bit of time.
It's just crazy that I'm not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of it. If you want my answer about that, I'm not a fan of it because I always liked the fact that Shawn Michaels stuck to his word of, staying retired, and now to come out for a tag match, and you're bald.
That's the bald.
And you're bald.
The bald thing, I'm curious. I'm more
Well,
curious.
he had to cut the hair. He had to.
Yeah, but I was fine with the little shortcut that he had there at the beginning. The bald kind of threw me off. Maybe he was balding.
Can I just?
So he had to. One sec.
Yeah.
The bald doesn't bother me as much as the fact, like you said, it's been 8 years and he's coming out of retirement for this. I don't know. It's not somewhere I thought Shawn Michaels was going to be. And I heard recently in an interview with Shawn Michaels, or not with Shawn Michaels, sorry, with somebody else talking about his book that he released in 2015. I think it was Wrestling with Something, My Soul, or something like that. And he said, if you ever, if what, pardon?
With God, Wrestling with God.
Maybe, I don't know, I don't know. But he said in the book, if you ever see me back in the ring, then I've made wrong decisions financially. and I need to make more money. I'm not saying he has. I'm just saying that was a quote in the book.
That's fucked.
So, I don't know. Where are you at, Younger, as far as Shawn coming back?
Are you excited?
Or do you just not? I don't mean not. Do you not care?
No.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it.
I honestly,
is it a I don't care, I don't even really care about watching the match, or is it like a this is bullshit, so I'm not even going to participate.
No, I don't care about the match.
Okay.
That's me.
You just think they're, yeah.
I just don't care about, like, it doesn't need to be, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, they're doing it because of money purposes and shit, too.
Well, you felt the same way, similar, not to go back on Super Showdown, but you felt the same way about Triple H and Undertaker fighting at Super Showdown. You
That's
weren't
right.
that excited for that
That's right, yeah.
to begin with. You said that on episode 6, so I don't know. I know Donovan had something he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just something that I wasn't really interested in. Like, it's just, it's over and done with. Like, I understand, like, why they're doing it, I guess, because of money, not even just money purposes, but it's nice for the fans, especially people in Australia that have never even seen that before. People in Saudi Arabia that are never going to see this before too. So yeah, it kind of sucks for them though that they have to see them at the age of fucking 45 to 50.
Yeah.
Not back in the day, but back in the day was a whole new different story, right? But
I think that's what they had access to, and that's why that they're.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what they're expecting, they're going to be a little disappointed.
No, but honestly, and I don't mean this in a like no gyps, you know.
No, that's not what.
But I think that's what they had on their TV. Like they remember Shawn Michaels, they remember Kurt Angle, they remember these guys from the past in the Attitude Era and post and pre-Attitude Era. So that's what they want to see now. So that's why they're, paying to see that.
Here's the problem that I have with it too. Okay, when Bret Hart came back and he fought Vince McMahon and he looked terrible. Obviously, he was past his physical prime, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But he wasn't getting in there having he wasn't throwing on the pink tights and having a full-out wrestling match because that would have been fucked up and nobody would have wanted to see that. So, like, that's what I'm saying with Shawn. Like, if it was something that almost made more sense, I'd be a little more okay with it.
Like some kind of street fight thing or grudge match.
And he was in his jeans and he had, like,
like he was at Super Showdown.
Exactly. But I feel like, he's coming out in he's coming in DX gear and he's coming to wrestle. Like, so that.
Oh, buddy. You're getting his, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm worried as a fan of Shawn Michaels to know, like, I just, like, fuck.
Even, man, Stone Cold said it. I'd listen to his show today with Lillian. If nobody's listening to that, listen to us first, but go check that out. He was talking, he's like, if I were to get back in the ring, do people want to see, 53-year-old Stone Cold, or do they want to see badass Stone Cold?
Exactly. Yeah.
He's like, I want them to see badass Stone Cold, not just me at 53. And so I'm with you there, man.
And that's what I was trying to get at too,
Yeah.
right? Like, I just don't.
You want to see the guy you remember, not
of course
the same guy. Like, an Undertaker said it, and he did a.
I don't want to see because of the name.
Exactly. No, that's a great way to put it, because you don't want to see them. I was going to steal a quote from Undertaker. He said, "I don't want to become a parody of myself," and that was him talking about before his match with Roman, which I don't want to say that's what he's become, but I just. Yeah, that's kind of what you guys are saying, and we're all kind of on the same page. Like, we all love the 4 of these guys, and we love Shawn Michaels. He's fucking one of the best. I might not have put him in the Rushmore earlier, but, it's different Rushmores here for different categories. I was kind of talking about star power. This guy's one of the best. But having him come back in a tag team match on the other side of the planet at whenever time in the morning we're going to be watching I think if they would have waited and maybe had him and Undertaker have a match again at this year's Mania, even if it wasn't the best, I know, like you said, Don, you'd rather have something that isn't a full match and more of a fight.
Yes, if the storyline, could make up for it. Like, because that Bret Hart shit, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
I've seen just the match, but not the build.
This story is a great story they're telling, you know what I mean? And it's not, you're not getting the best match. He beats the shit out of Vince McMahon with a chair. But, like, it made sense. And if it was something that made sense, I'd be okay with it. And I'm not even knocking Shawn. Like, maybe, who knows? Maybe he's going to fucking blow us all away and he's be in phenomenal shape and he'll be able to go. But it's just, it's odd. And we all know it's because of the money. And I think it would be hilarious. This won't happen. But it'd be great if they won the match. And they like gold guys of the past. You should just throw Ted DiBiase out at the end. Everybody's got a price. That's what I'm saying, guys. So that's my take on it.
Well, I think that's the way to end that talk on DX and Shawn Michaels and the tag team match at Crown Jewel. I'm sure, depending on when is the show you guys said?
Crown Jewel is November 2nd.
Okay, so we may or may not have another roundtable before that, so I'm sure we'll talk about it again. But I wanted to go more into Raw this week.
Yeah.
One of the other major things for me that stuck out on the show was the return of Kurt Angle. and his involvement in the World Cup tournament
Conquista Angle.
and the Conquistador. And not only
All
just
gold, eh? All
Kurt,
gold, too.
Hey, dude, where since when can he move like that?
Exactly.
This guy was moving like moving, bro. I mean moving.
Doing those little dances and shit.
And like rolling in the ring and rolling
Yeah.
out. Where is that when he's in his suit walking around with his knees bent? Like, is he just being careful? And like when he knows he's ring time is ring time and suit time is suit time? Or I don't know. I was blown away because I saw his neck. I saw the back of his neck, and I was like, oh, it's Kurt Angle. Like I knew. I'm not even kidding. I saw 2 inches of his neck, and I was like, oh, it's Kurt. And I think everybody fucking knew it was Kurt. But once I seen him move around, I'm like, oh, maybe it's not Kurt. This guy's moving around like a.
He was thick.
Like
he looked pretty thick.
He was really
yeah,
thick.
but his little dance was pretty awesome.
Hey, at the very end. Yeah, it was completely unnecessary, but at the same time, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great.
Where do you guys think Kurt Angle goes from here, though? Like, is he going to slide back into the GM and maybe feud Baron Corbin?
Well, I think that's even going to tie into to this whole World Cup. I think him and Corbin, I think it's leading more to some type of maybe, whether it be a Survivor Series team on team.
Or Corbin's going to fuck him at the crown.
That's what I mean.
World
Like,
Cup.
I think
yeah.
Screw him out of the World Cup?
Yeah, this isn't over.
Well, I think the only back to our original discussion, but I think the only reason Kurt Angle's there, too, is because of the money. And they want that old star.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think he is going to come back and just be like, he'll be the manager. You know what I mean? Like he'll come back and do his thing. Like, and I heard that he was gone for a while too because I think he was doing another event. I think he was doing it because I saw James Ellsworth on Instagram and took a picture with him and Kurt looked like he just got into the fucking ring. He was sweating his ass off.
Really?
You mentioned that on the last show.
Yeah.
Did you figure out, was that prior to
I did
him
not
being
figure that
let go?
No, I should have let that. Yeah,
quote
and I think that's what it
unquote,
was.
from Raw?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, wow. That
Because
surprises
I saw
me.
James Ellsworth with him, and he had all of his fucking gear on and shit too, and he was like sweating. I'm like, okay, that match just ended. You know what I mean?
I'd be curious to know that too, but
yeah, I want to look into that too as well. But I think
sure.
that was one of the reasons why he left too. But who knows? Maybe there's more to it, right? But
what's the worst case scenario you see for Kurt? Because I see best case is like he has a couple matches here and there. Worst case is he slides right back into GM role and continues back where he was 3 months ago, in my opinion. But I don't know if you might think him having matches is worse off. I don't know.
I don't think he's going to be like a full-time active guy, and obviously I know that's not what you mean. I just think
I just mean more than he was, like wrestling more than he was for the last year, which was twice.
Well, we're getting closer to that type of Mania season.
Yeah.
So I think they're just gearing him up for whatever's to come. Like I think he's gonna do this World Cup thing. Obviously, him and Corbin have this ongoing feud over the GM type of role. He's probably gonna. I assume my guess would be they do something at Survivor Series with him and Corbin, whether it's a team or a one-on-one.
yeah, I could see that happening too.
I could see Kurt Angle in the Royal Rumble. You
Yeah.
know, just making an appearance.
Yeah,
Why not?
I could see that too.
And then maybe it leads to him and Corbin fighting.
Yeah, and you're right, dude. We're almost getting to that Mania season. We're pretty close.
We're approaching it quickly. Yeah.
Survivor Series and Rumble will be here before we know it. That's for sure. But if you guys didn't have anything else to say about Kurt.
I just like the fact that he did the Conquistador thing because that other people have done that.
Explain that a little bit because I don't really know. Was that the same gimmick that he did when he like screwed Eddie Guerrero out of the title back in the day?
No, he did like some lucha. It was the lucha mask.
Yeah,
but
I remember.
That gold suit, like Edge and Christian used to do it and wrestled in, and like other wrestlers have done it. It was just it was a funny thing that
it's like okay.
Yeah,
I never knew that because they were talking about it.
Yeah,
like Michael Cole was saying, like acting like he knew, of the Conquistador, and same with Wade. When any other show I've listened to this week, they all talked about like the Conquistador was something that had been around in the past.
Yeah, so it was kind of funny. So it was cool.
Yeah, I didn't know much about that, so that's cool. The other big one, I guess, well, big in my eyes, I don't know. Nikki Bella heel turn.
Look, he's a big in my eyes.
Well, that wasn't a surprise.
No, I mean, I was expecting it at Super Showdown.
Actually, you know what? Yes, I was too. But at the same time, it was a house show, so I don't think they wanted to do anything until they got onto live national television. Maybe? Question mark?
It's a good point, but I don't think it was as much as much as it was they had the same thing happening at the end of the night. with Undertaker and Kane.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to do that twice.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, yeah, because it would have been a little cheesy, maybe.
Yeah,
Right,
if Nikki had turned and then 2 hours later you have Kane and same thing, they're all celebrating, and then Kane and Undertaker do. I don't know if it would have mattered in the long run, but maybe that's why they waited until Raw. Obviously, I have it written down. You guys both saw this coming.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it coming.
For a second, I almost, right before it happened, I almost was going to turn and say to you, like, I wonder if this match they're going to have at the pay-per-view will be, like, I wonder how they're going to book it, if they're going to do a face-face. Because I was wondering if they were hesitant to turn the Bellas.
Because everybody knew about it?
Yeah.
Is that-
Just in general, like, I wasn't sure if they were going to, I knew that Ronda and Nikki, they were leading to something.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know if they were going to build it up as, friends, like, you know what, I want to challenge you type of deal.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know for sure, but we're not surprised, right?
No. I kind of, I don't know. I could go a bunch of different ways on this because I half of me doesn't think it's too bad. And then the other half is like, well, fucking, where's Natalya? Like, shouldn't Ronda give her a shot at the belt? Stuff. I don't know.
It's also the point that you brought up too when we were watching it. Like, yeah, okay, so she attacks her and now she just gets a title match. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, no number one contender, no nothing.
No, she just attacked her, and then it's like they announce it later in the show. Nikki's fighting Ronda. Whoa! Like,
we didn't even get a segment with Ronda maybe going to Corbin being like,
I want to
fight her.
Put my belt
At
on
least
line. I
that.
don't care.
Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of have like a two-pointed question here.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think they went with Nikki? One, and before you answer that, do you think she can actually win? Or like, is that just completely out of the question?
No, I do think I think she might win.
Yeah, see, I think the same thing, but I'm worried about that.
You think she's back?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Ronda fucking defends the belt all the time anyway. Like, and Ronda doesn't. I know she works some house shows, but she doesn't work all of them. It's
not all of them. No,
it's not like she's quote unquote full time either. She is, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't necessarily like definitively think yes Nikki's gonna win, but I like Don said it's the cards are there.
I think they picked Nikki just because I think if it's true and she's back full time, I think they just wanted to get her back in the picture.
Yeah.
It's not like she's fucking shit.
No, I don't.
You know
think
what I mean? I think she's good, right? But I just think that they could have. I literally think they could have chose anybody else. But if they're choosing her, and I'm just thinking about that now, if they're choosing her, then you can definitely tell that she's coming back, even if she loses or wins
or doesn't either.
Yeah,
way.
you know what I mean. So that's my opinion though. But
yeah.
That's how I look at it. And that's all I got to say about that, to be honest. But
yeah,
I wasn't really whatever. I kind of say, and not just that too. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I seen like I fucking can't stand it. But I saw that they posted it like fucking 2 months ago on who was all going to fight at Evolution. And that
when it got leaked, yeah. I was kind of
that.
hoping that they were going to change at least the main event after that got leaked. But
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
right.
not.
Yeah.
Well, I had a question for you guys. Is this still? Do you think this will? Because I know some things they have kind of switched around a little bit. Do you think this is for sure the main event?
Like the last match?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
because
Just because
for
it's
the belt.
Ronda.
Yeah, and I was going to say that
That's
too
not
because it's
fair.
Ronda.
That's that.
Why do you think it should be Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the feud definitely it still could. And
I hope so. Like
Imagine.
I'm not, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think they're set on Ronda and Nikki. I think Charlotte. They'll give them their due. I think.
Imagine they start the
I'd
show
say,
with
like,
fucking Ronda and Nikki.
70, 30, 60, 40, I would say still in favor of Ronda.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Maybe not 70, 30, but I don't know. I just think the name value holds something there. But from a storyline perspective, you're not wrong. Like, Becky and Charlotte open SmackDown all the time. They close SmackDown. Paige commented on Lillian's podcast about how SmackDown's a little bit more of a women's show, and I never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's right.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more of a women's show because Raw doesn't open or close very often with women's segments. Not that don't include,
especially in the last
Alexa
few
Bliss.
months. SmackDown's been very like.
Yeah, so
On point.
it would work there. But either way, I don't know. I wasn't shocked. Neither were you guys from this turn, but I get it from the name perspective because they're both big names. Ronda's got her name out there. People know who Ronda is, and Nikki's got her name out there in a totally different demographic to Ronda. Right?
Yeah.
It's two different groups of not only women but people, kind of maybe picking sides because. As much as, we listen to other shows, Wrestling Soup and Don Tony and stuff like that, and they talk about, the Bellas not really having their people that love them. There is people that love them. I talked about it on that last show with that girl I was texting who asked me if I was watching wrestling and told me she was going to check it out because she heard the Bellas were on it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's people out there.
No, I don't think they don't. It's not that they don't. There's not people that are out there, but I think when it comes to I think they're speaking more on the side of guys like us.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Younger's dying to see Nikki Bella back in the ring.
I don't think Younger's dying to keep talking about this match.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yes and no.
Anyway, yeah.
I know what you're saying though. I get it. Yeah, I'm happy for her if she comes back. Good for her. You know what I mean. But
yeah. No. I'm not even saying it like that. I'm just speaking from.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm just saying. I'm just whatever. Good for you. You're back. Cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks
for coming.
And I prefer the Bellas as the heels too.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
that I'm okay with too. That makes it a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Did you think that this was a good idea to do 2 heel turns on one show? Kind of straight into Bobby Lashley and that whole scenario?
The other one was a lot more fucking needed, in my opinion.
Which,
I was fucking...
Who's that?
I was
Leo?
Praising the fucking turn of Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I was fucking so happy.
Yeah. I was... I mean, I don't know if I was quite as happy as you, and I know you were super happy about Leo Rush, but I don't know. What about you, Young?
With Lashley?
Yeah, just the heel turn in general.
Fucking sweet. I was expecting this since the beginning. Yeah, that's all he did in TNA. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that he did this.
I feel like he doesn't need the fucking mouthpiece, though, if he's a heel.
No.
Because I didn't watch TNA, but all I hear is, this guy, if he's a heel, give him the stick. He can talk. I didn't watch it. Younger might be able to speak more than me, but...
He's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's got the piece, which is good, because he's not the greatest either. So I think, and he was fucking dead in the water with whatever they were doing as him as a face. It was boring. And nobody cares. The fans don't care. And it's better to get fucking cheered or booed than to people come on fucking silent. I like Lashley, and that's why I'm happy for this. Even they stuck that little shit with him. It's good, because that guy's annoying.
What's his name again?
Leo Rush.
Jesus
Bobby.
Christ.
Bobby. Low weights, high reps. So, you know what I mean? No,
that's good shit.
It's good because he's annoying. And you want to have, I said it from the beginning, how is this guy, how is he a face? He's so annoying, and he does this thing where he runs in the ring and you almost hit him and you can't catch him. He's that little shitty manager you want to fucking punch. And it's great.
He's a little dweeb. That's
great.
Exactly what he is. He's a little dweeb.
It's good for Bobby because he needs something.
Yeah, I just think they should have done... I mean, I don't want to talk about it too long. Bobby just was ruined from the first fucking moment that they brought him back. I think that they could have entered that, and I don't want to give you my thoughts on what I thought they should have done, but I just think they could have built him so much better from the beginning.
Yeah.
They haven't done a good job of bringing him in, so I totally agree with you guys. This is kind of needed at this point. Leo Rush, I mean, no offense, but who likes him? He's a heel. He's a heel character.
Yeah.
He's hard to get behind and
Exactly.
I don't know. I can't speak for his, the stuff he does on 205 Live with his wrestling character. I know he is a heel on there.
He's still wrestling there?
Yeah, he was on the show last night.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't watch every week, but I did watch it last night, and I don't know. But
it was interesting that it was on Kevin Owens. How did you guys feel about that?
I felt a little, I don't know what the word is. I was shocked, and I'm curious if it means a double turn. I'm very curious. Next week on Raw, Kevin Owens being on Raw, which I hope he is probably one of my most curious things to see.
Well, I heard he's injured. That's what I made a little... I took some information off. I was reading about it today.
It was on Twitter, because Lashley said it.
Yeah. So I think they... that's why... Not that that's why the turn happened, but there's rumors that... Yeah, well, WWE posted something about it too.
My silence is kind of showing my...
Yeah, he's getting a knee surgery next week. It's still determined. There's no actual length of time. They're going to determine after that. But according... It could be up to 4 months.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it says...
Is that for sure?
Yeah,
I
it
hope
says
that's
they've
not
written
true.
him out indefinitely. They've written him off, whatever.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
I know.
Maybe he'll come back as a babyface.
Which is cool, man.
In a crazy moment.
Yeah.
Kevin, like, because I don't think he's been a babyface, has he?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
So that would be cool.
Yeah.
Be different. I still think one of the coolest runs he's had is that whole suit shaved face U.S. title run on SmackDown. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
It was a good different, you know what I mean, from everything else. It's separate from everything, all his
Yeah,
other.
I think we can all agree on Owens.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kevin
fuck
Owens.
that.
We
That
could do a
was
show on Owens. We might have to
yeah.
get Mike D back in studio. I
Yeah.
might be able to get him here for that. We'll see. Shout out to Mike D. Where do you guys think about we should go next? Was there anything major from Raw that we should talk about? Because I got one thing, main event stuff, but I don't know if you guys want to go into any more women's stuff from the Raw side.
Oh yeah, no, that's important to brush on just because of the pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah.
Too.
I don't know what other matches that we're having. We've got the tag match with, well, I guess it's newly announced as of this week, Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, who was looking fantastic on Raw this week.
Who's that? All of them? Or?
Well, all of them, but particularly Mickie James. Yeah, I don't know. Are you excited for this match, Young?
I was excited when it was a singles, now
That's
not
what he was
tag
saying.
team.
So same here, man. Fuck, give me a fucking too sweet fucking.
Give me a
'cause-
too fucking sweet.
Because yeah, I was really excited to see Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus 1-on-1. Not so much Mickie James and Lita. No offense, that wasn't high on my. I'm more interested in like the young versus old thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Mickey's technically like more a part of Lita and Trish's generation than she is this. That's why I wasn't so interested in that. But yeah, I don't know. The fact that it's a tag team match is less exciting, and I don't know. I think it's got to do with the fact that I heard Alexa might be hurt. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But maybe she wants to do, or not wants to, but has to do limited work in the ring. I don't know.
Was Lita and Mickie confirmed already before this? It wasn't. Or it was a rumored match, right?
No, it was confirmed.
I thought it was
was?
confirmed.
No, it was
yeah.
confirmed.
Okay, I wasn't.
No, that was full and confirmed.
If it wasn't, I'd be shocked. So yeah, I as far as I knew, it was confirmed.
Huh.
Yeah, they talked about it.
But I don't know if any other women's Sasha's hurt, but is Bailey doing anything at the Evolution pay-per-view?
Not as of
Is there
right
some
now.
big battle royal they're going to throw her in that they haven't announced yet?
That's what they're probably doing. It's probably going to be a battle royal.
I would imagine so. I fucking hope not, but you don't think that... I don't know. How many women are coming back? Like, is there a lot of women that...
I don't think a ton.
From the past? Because I know we're getting NXT matches on the show.
And we're also getting the finals of the tournament.
That's... Excuse me, that's 3 matches there.
Yeah.
The finals of the tournament is... Answer me this. I have no fucking clue. Is there an NXT Women's UK champion?
No.
Does that title exist? I swear that they were doing that. For some reason, I thought fucking Tony, whatever her name is.
Tony Storm.
Big bum.
Not Tony whatever. Tony fucking Storm, okay?
Tony Storm.
That's my woman.
I thought she was the NXT UK Women's Champion for some reason.
No.
I don't know why I thought that, but
No. She
Because-
just got signed there. She just got signed to NXT UK not too long ago.
okay, maybe NXT UK is what I don't know. Either way, there's going to be some matches from NXT Women's Division on Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I know Kairi Sane is fighting Shayna Baszler, which totally off topic too, but they had a promo. Shayna had a promo on NXT. It was fucking really good. Like, she was just talking about how like it eats her up inside, and she hates that people think that she lost that match like because of Kairi being good. She's like, I screwed up. That was my mistake. And it sickens me that people think that she won that on her own merit and this and that. She's like, she only won that because I made a mistake, this and that. Like, because it was the same thing as...
She's good,
It was the AJ thing. Like, you know the AJ pin
Yeah.
on Joe? It was the exact...
I remember. I watched
Yeah,
we
it
watched
was the
that
exact
match.
same
We
finish.
watched that, yeah.
I just forgot, and when I had saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how she won the title. Like, I knew she was the champ, but I just forgot. So yeah, shout out to that, and that'll be a good match. I'm excited to see that at the Evolution pay-per-view, and I do think Shayna could definitely win the title back.
I was just going to say that. I think she might be getting it back.
Yeah. I don't know. But like I said, I don't know if there's any other women's stuff. We talked obviously enough about Nikki and Ronda going into Evolution.
Sasha's up in the air.
Sasha's hurt as far as I know.
Right.
Again, this is rumors, but I don't know. Bailey, her and her buddy will do something together.
Who would Bailey fight?
Maybe her and Finn will have a... No, Finn's not allowed on the show. But, or would they? I don't know. That's it,
Bro,
I guess. Like we'll talk about SmackDown when we get to it. We'll talk about the women's matches.
Don't forget, the Balor Club is for everyone. So maybe he'll be allowed. 'Cause it's for everyone.
Oh,
Do you think they would?
You need to relax.
Do you think they would do a mixed tag on? I don't think they would.
Totally, I'm joking.
Okay,
I don't know. Saying he might be there.
Well, because
in his rainbow hugger shirt or whatever, like
with Bailey, like ringside. I don't even know what Bailey's doing.
I'm totally just busting balls.
Yeah, fuck. Anyway, we'll get to the rest of the women's stuff when we talk about SmackDown. But 6-man bullshit main event
rematch.
What is this, man? We got we've talked about it on 3 fucking shows in a row now, but we got all the titles wrapped up in one feud together, all in a nice, neat little package.
I'll tell you one.
And they don't mean shit.
Before I say all the negatives, the one positive, I did like the little old school Shield promo.
Yeah, that was cool. You were popping for that.
I did like that.
They did you saw it, like the classic holding the camera.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
no, I didn't watch the ending of Raw.
Yeah, they did one of those you know how they used to do back in 2014,
yeah.
like with the camera back and you could kind of hear them gripping the camera and shit. It was cool, and Donovan was popping huge for it. So
that's what I liked it. That's awesome. I want to watch that now.
Yeah,
because that was my favorite. That was sick,
and it was interesting. Like it was good because the direction they went in it. The only thing. It's a minor fucking detail, but I don't know. Dean was always usually the centerpiece of that, and I noticed. I think Seth was the centerpiece, and Roman Roman said very little in this.
Like he used to, right?
And that's what I said about him. I like that version of him. He doesn't have to say too much.
Exactly.
He
yeah,
be talking too.
He was just the guy in the background. It was like the whole Wyatt family when Braun Strowman didn't say anything. Basically, I know Alden didn't really say anything, but Braun was just the guy in the background.
Yeah, and now look at him. He's shout out to the motorcycles.
Yeah,
that's a staple of the PW Look Back.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say
almost every episode we get a little motorcycle action.
Spark plug Holly out there.
Yep.
The American Badass Undertaker in 2000/2001.
But I don't.
Huge mark.
Literally.
Yeah.
Mark. Sorry, we're ridiculous now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this 6-man stuff. I don't want to be too negative. Donovan's keeping me good, but I don't know. I think that this is 6 guys that could be split up. Maybe it's because, you only have so many hours of wrestling and you got to fit them all in the show. But this is you could have, separate feuds here, like Roman and Strowman, and you could have Dolphin and Drew, and all these different things that could be done, but it's no, let's just put them in 6-man tags. And I'm just not Younger, you might be more of a fan of this stuff because I know you watch a lot more indie wrestling than me, and you're a bigger fan. But I'm just not a huge fan of 6-man tags.
Well, first of all,
in general,
I'm a huge fan of 6-man tags, but I completely agree with what you're saying. I don't want to see this as the main event
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, all the time. It's not a little bit. All the fucking time.
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah, I agree. No, I completely agree with that, and it's been happening like that, like crazy lately.
So I hope they change it up.
Me too. I completely agree with you. 100% on your side.
Drew, I feel is on the edge of turning or
good because I want it to happen.
Because I feel like he's just there, he's starting to, the gears are starting to turn in his head. Maybe this guy Dolph isn't what he's all cracked up to be, or what I thought he was, or what he, the
weak link of the group,
the story that he,
quote unquote,
told for me as I was coming back.
I have a question for both of you guys though. Do you have a problem with and do you think they're gonna swerve us? Is the writing on the wall here, with these whole turns of they keep teasing this stuff with Ambrose, and then you got this
I was gonna get to that, how the match ended,
Drew and Dolph thing. Do you have a problem with that? Would you be okay if tomorrow Ambrose turns on the Shield and then Drew turns around and kicks Dolph in the face? Are you okay with that because you've seen it coming, or would you rather be thrown off with something different, maybe Dolph turning on Drew?
Thrown off with something different,
right?
Thrown off with something different, as I always would all the time. I mean, I'd love to go to a Star Wars movie and never see a trailer, but that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? If I give you an example, I think we live in a time where it's hard to completely avoid that shit and not see it coming, quote unquote. You know what I mean? There's social media, there's other podcasts.
No. They could if they wanted to,
Yeah, they have done a lot of subtle things on TV that aren't on social media, that aren't other places.
Prime example. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at fucking WrestleMania.
Well, yeah.
I thought that was...
For a year, we all thought
knew.
that was happening.
Yeah.
We knew at the end of 32 that's what we were getting at.
Exactly. So,
whatever, 30... You know what I meant.
We could see it, maybe. Yeah.
I just...
Like just shit getting built up where we thought what was going to happen and then didn't happen. In general.
So back to what you said, and Younger took the better side. I would prefer not to know.
Yeah.
But I just think it's hard. I'd prefer if they didn't turn so quickly. Maybe if, I don't want to see Dean turn and then a week later we see Drew turn. Because then we're mixing up, they'll probably stick fucking Drew with Roman and or Seth, and then we'll have 6-mans with Dean and Strowman and you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. Let these guys separate a little bit. Maybe let's put some fucking belts on the line somewhere and have some members of the roster that aren't these 6 dudes.
I agree with that.
Want to challenge for these belts. Let's maybe get the fucking tag team belts back on the fucking Revival like we should have in the first place. I don't know. Clearly, this isn't my favorite feud.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us are huge on it. I just don't understand the whole direction with like this whole tease of Dean Ambrose. Like, I would love to see him as a heel as much as the next guy, and I feel like that's where he's going to thrive and probably do some of his best work.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why it's so obvious.
Why not
right
just
now.
make it?
Why are they doing that? Like, I'm just confused by that. If they did something like, I don't know, what if Roman turned? What if Roman was the guy to turn? I think everyone would be like, that would throw us off completely, right? Like, why are they're showing it? Like, what, Dean walked out on them, he's the guy without the belt. It's very obvious right now, and I'm just wondering if that's really where they're going.
Well, yeah, that's how the show ended too, right? Because Dean got the pin.
Yeah.
Seth and Roman, I think, went outside the ring to do a dive. Dean was left in the ring. He got pinned 1, 2, 3, and then he kind of walked away, and that was the end of the show, right? So I agree with you. I don't know why they're, giving us so many hints and winks and nudges and nods, and I don't know, man. What do you think, Young? I really don't have much of an explanation or a theory.
No, me neither. Me neither. Seriously, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. And I did say in the beginning, I thought they were going to do the whole Drew and Dean switch places.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, kind of thing. But
I hope not.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. But yeah, it's going to probably be something that's going to catch us off guard. Probably, I could definitely see it happening.
Let's hope. Let's hope
for sure. Yeah.
Well, you guys want to move on to SmackDown?
Let's do it.
Let's do it up. I'm thinking maybe after we talk about SmackDown 2, we'll get a little bit of little indie. Just kind of a quick little, stuff that isn't WWE, because we obviously want to touch on that as well. But SmackDown this week opened kind of cool. I don't know if you guys, I know we watched some of the YouTube stuff and we caught up, but the show actually opened when it was live with, you had Todd Phillips doing his typical pan of the crowd and he talks, "Thank you for joining SmackDown." But then there was no entrances, there was no promo, there was no nothing. It was Becky, Charlotte, referee, ring the bell, start. Boom. The match started within 3 minutes of the show.
That's crazy. I didn't watch SmackDown.
Didn't even have entrances. They were already in the ring when the show started.
Well, then, I said that before, and maybe it needs to be longer than 2 hours.
And they wrestled. Well, I don't know. Not everybody would agree with you on that one, I don't think. I don't mind, because I don't mind 3 hours, because I would watch Raw every week, but I can imagine if we had more viewers, that wouldn't be a popular opinion. I wouldn't mind it, though. I forget what I was going to say. What were we talking about?
Just about how the show started with them.
Oh, yeah. So it was right away. Like, there was no entrances, no nothing. The match immediately started. Like I said, within 4 minutes, 8:04, the match had started. And I swear it was a plus 20-minute match, because there was at least 2 different commercial breaks. So they wrestled for a while. It was a good match back and forth. I'm not going to get into, specific moves or anything like that. But Becky did try and pull some more heel stuff. She exited the ring and went and grabbed her belt and tried to leave. Charlotte threw her back in the ring. Eventually, they both got counted out. And I didn't add either. The stip in this match, the referee talked about it, or JoJo or whoever, I can't remember, said it before the match started, that if Becky lost by disqualification, she was losing her title. So that was right there at the beginning. But they both got counted out, so I guess that's,
It was a double count out?
It was a double count out, so Becky kept her title. And then you guys saw what happened after that. They kind of made their way to the top of the stage.
That was wicked.
Yeah, and Charlotte fucking speared the shit out of Becky right through the Tron. I don't know what you want to call it, but very reminiscent of Rhino.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s with the SmackDown.
That's wicked. I never thought about that. That's cool. It's leading into SmackDown 1000, and that's like a big SmackDown
Epic
moment, I feel
SmackDown moment,
like.
right? Yeah, that's first thing I thought of when I saw that happen was like, oh, that was just like Rhino and Jericho, just because it was in the same spot.
Yeah.
It was like right at the top.
Yeah, it was pretty much right in the same spot.
where they come out. So I don't know. Charlotte kind of came out looking like, I think she was fine because she was on Mixed Match Challenge later that night, but she came out looking cut up and bloody, and not too bad, but it was, I don't know, it was pretty epic and a cool way to start the show. That's for sure.
I think that's an interesting choice that they started like that, just with no. I like that though. That's cool because it's just like, let's get right to the wrestling.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, no, and then people always complain, right? Like,
No, and
too
with
many
these two,
promos
we
and
know
this-
what it is. Like,
yeah, we
they
don't
hate
need to
each other.
build. We don't
Yeah.
need to see their. We've both seen their entrances, or we've all seen their entrances a million times. It's, you know, should we talk about them and their match at Evolution before we continue on with SmackDown, or where do you guys want to go?
Well, maybe you guys can answer it for me. So their match is official.
Yeah,
And is
Yeah.
there a stipulation right now?
yeah. So you don't know, do you?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, yeah. So Paige announced on the show, that was that little thing where you said she looked odd. She was announcing that obviously their feud had reached a climax and this and that, blah, blah,
You
blah.
got me. You got me here. I'm
So they're going to be fighting at Evolution in a last woman standing match.
you had me for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So I know that's one of your favorite matches,
Well, I
Don.
wanted something else, but
How do you feel, Young?
Interested.
Interested. I guess that's better than
I am a little
uninterested.
interested. I'm a little interested in this now. That's pretty cool how it's last man standing. What do you think it was going to be, Don?
well, especially when you came out with that. I was thinking you were gonna say it was gonna be a ladder match because I've for the longest time I've been dying for a woman's single, even a men's like fucking. When's the last time we had a 1-on-1 like good
It's been a while.
men's any
Yeah.
fucking 1-on-1
On the main roster, I'm
instead
not
of
even
these
sure.
fucking wacky money
Six
in
man.
the bank, fucking 6,
Yeah.
12, 8 guys.
I still think fucking Money in the Bank should be at Mania, but that's a whole separate topic. Don't
no,
you?
because it is a whole. I agree with you
Yeah,
totally.
I don't know how you feel on that, Younger, but I think that Money in the Bank should still be at Mania. But anyway,
Is this the first ever woman's last woman?
You got me
standing?
thinking on that, by the way. Sorry, Don, but you got me thinking on that one. But yeah.
I
Okay.
think
I
Sasha and Charlotte might have had one. If not, maybe Sasha and Bailey in NXT. Or no, that was an Iron Man. Or
And I remember
Iron
Sasha
Woman.
and Charlotte had a no DQ. I don't know if it was last. Maybe it could have been though.
I'm not sure. Either way, it's a big deal for them.
It's wicked, yeah.
And that maybe because of the finish, and we don't know what that's going to be, maybe that's why it might not end the show. And I don't want to look through those eyes all the time. I like to buy in.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. If this isn't a proper finish, like if this is another hokey, what we've got in the last two matches finish, then I don't know if it's going to end the show at Evolution. And they're not going to Saudi Arabia. We know that. So the next one would be whatever the next pay-per-view is. Fucking Survivor Series? I think.
Yeah, that's why I think maybe this could be. This will be the end of this for now.
So maybe it
This
will.
will be the last match of it. This feud. This feud's gonna. They need to do some other stuff after this.
I'm fine with that. I hope Becky gets through it because I want Becky to feud somebody else. It's not
Well-
that I'm sick of this. I just want to see her feud somebody that isn't Charlotte.
Me too.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Been seeing
like,
them too much lately.
it kind of off throws what I said earlier about Nikki and stuff, but I brought it up on a show a few weeks ago. And if I don't know if they're gonna go with the whole feud Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series, but man, I want to
they
see
will.
Ronda, Becky, armbar, disarmer. They can play off that.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
save Ronda and Charlotte,
wicked.
which is we all know they want to save that for Mania anyway. So do it. Yeah, I'm down with Becky and Ronda. That sounds
And
cool to me.
Give Becky the win against Ronda with
And-
some sort of heel tactic.
And as much as, not to get off topic, but just because you brought up Survivor Series, as much as I'm not a Roman fan, I wouldn't mind Roman and AJ. Like, that's,
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I would, because they're the top dogs. Like, they are. I don't like Roman, but he's the guy on Raw. Like,
That's the big dog to you?
yeah, I guess not a top dog.
And
big dog.
they work well together, man.
Top dog's that type
that
of hot
match
dog.
they had at Extreme Rules was awesome. Like,
Yeah, I
it was.
forgot. I
Yeah,
forgot
well,
they
I
did
forgot
have a
about
match
that
in the
too,
past,
yeah.
but
That's
yeah.
right.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, back to the women. I'm excited, and I don't know. I'm curious now. I really want to find out if that's the first
Yeah.
last woman standing match. But what else we got on SmackDown, guys?
Well, what do we have? Because I missed the show, so I'm a little upset. I'm pissed off how I missed this fucking show.
It's okay. We watched some.
I gotta
clips.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
We watched some clips, and I caught you guys up. There was a really good. I know Don was gonna say something, but
No, I was just saying we didn't really talk about it on Raw, and it ties into SmackDown as well. But the World Cup.
yeah, I think we didn't talk about
For
it because
the
I didn't
love
write it
of
in my
God.
notes, and it's not my favorite thing. I said it to you inside before Younger got here. Whoever wins this World Cup, they're the world champion.
No, the best in the world.
Well, whatever.
CM Punk.
Don't you think
Yeah,
that
he's making a comeback.
Don't you think that Roman and AJ should walk up to whoever this is and go, "You're the best in the." Excuse me, what? You know, like Roman's the best in the universe apparently, and AJ's the best in the world. So, I think we've got our best of right now, and we don't need to fill that category. I don't have a problem with tournaments. You always talk about it, fucking Dragon Ball Z, anything that has a tournament, you're interested.
Yeah.
Why do they have to call it the World Cup? Just because it's not in the States?
I don't know about all that.
Like it's in another country, so
They
it's
they
like
gotta
soccer. Like
yeah, they gotta get those FIFA fans involved,
Fuck.
man.
I love wrestling in WWE, but some of the decisions that they make blow my mind. I don't know. I mean, the whole Saudi show in general kind of fits in that category, but that's just a money thing. That aspect doesn't blow my mind. I would take $40 million twice a year.
Yeah, the name, I don't know, is an interesting choice that you bring that up. That's, because maybe if it was just WWE World Cup, why does it have to be best in the world? I don't know. That's weird. You're right.
Why can't it
You're
just
right.
be WWE Saudi Arabia I don't know, like just tournament of the
Crown Jewel?
the Crown Jewel tournament.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which we haven't talked about. I love the name Crown Jewel because I've really bashed this show, all of this show, at PW LookBack. Check it out. But I love the name Crown Jewel. I really think that name fits perfect. I like the logo. I like the purple, the brown, or the gold, and it's just better than the Greatest Royal Rumble, personally.
Way better title.
Yeah, significant and better than Super Showdown. Fuck. Where's Tanner to get his chirps on that one again? I don't know.
But
yeah.
Like, guys, can we just be blatantly honest about this tournament right now? So far, to me, it looks like it's the fucking Legends tournament.
I think that's what it's going to turn out to be.
That's what it is. We got what?
Kurt,
Cena, Kurt, Jeff Hardy,
Ray's going to win.
Ray's
going to win.
Randy.
Whoever,
these guys are all from.
Yeah, I
these
think
all,
that's what it's going to be.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Is it a tournament, or is it a battle royal tournament?
No, it's a tournament.
So like it's all going to happen.
We'll get multiple matches, in a night.
Huh.
Which that's what I mean. That's why I like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
they're all gonna
It's
do
the
this in one
name
show?
part, the World
Yeah,
Cup.
They're going to do
that
this
bugs
tournament
me.
on one show.
That's apparently, yeah.
I think
didn't know
CM
that
Punk
either.
will be a surprise. Because money talks, guys.
If he didn't come
Best
to
in the
All
world.
In, if he didn't go to All In, he ain't fucking going anywhere. I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
But you are, but
No,
you wish.
not here.
No,
not like
maybe-
this.
Yeah, oh no.
I wouldn't want him to come back.
I don't
like
think he
this.
would go anywhere.
I don't think he would.
I feel like he would have quit last time, but I don't want to talk about it. I just feel like the Saudi stuff Punk wouldn't have been down with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can go on to the AJ, Daniel Bryan, Miz segment, and then the main event, and that's pretty much it from SmackDown after that. But we had a Miz TV segment I showed you guys before we hit record, and I really liked Miz here. They kind of told him, they didn't show us telling him, but he said that Paige told him he needs to be professional tonight. He needs to act like a professional and do everything professional. So he came out, he did his show, he introduced AJ as he normally would, hyped AJ up, did all that stuff, and then he kind of knocked on, bashed Daniel Bryan a little bit. Not too bad, just kind of didn't big him, didn't give him the ups.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan came out and he did the whole asking them both questions. You guys watched it with me. And I don't know, it was a good segment. It was cool to see AJ and Daniel back and forth. I don't know, I've never been huge on babyface feuds. It is kind of like what Miz was saying. It's kind of not boring, but it's just very, help me out here, what's the word? Like vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know.
No, I know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's stale, I guess. Not stale. I don't know what the proper word is for that, but it's, I don't know.
See, it's sticky. It's sticky to me because, like you said, like in this day and age where it's very gray and it's like, oh, he's not a heel. If you like him, you like him.
Yeah.
If he's not, blah, blah, blah. But, so it's hard. But I like them in the sense when it's two guys like this who can just, because we're just gonna see, like, there's no coming to your house or
Well, AJ said it himself.
Total Bella nonsense. Like, there's none of this mix up. It's just two guys that
In
are
the
gonna,
ring.
and like, this is a dream match for a lot of people, right?
For sure.
So it'll be cool to just see these two.
And if
Go
were they
at it.
ever in Ring of Honor at the same time back
Yep.
in the
Yeah,
day?
they've locked up a few
Yeah.
times, but
I
Good
figured,
match too.
yeah.
Good match too.
now to see them do it, it'll be cool.
Oh, for sure. On the big stage, who's not going to want to see
But
that?
again, with this predictable shit, man, I don't know. I feel like I could tell you guys what's gonna happen here.
Well, one sec. So I want to get the rest of this segment in before you give me your predictions.
Yeah.
I loved it, honestly. You had those two, like I said, kind of going back and forth. Nothing too, they weren't bashing each other. They were very respectful. And Miz was on the outside of the ring. And then Miz finally got to the point where he just was like, he couldn't take being professional anymore. He couldn't take following in the guidelines. And he's like, this is ridiculous, all this stuff. And he's like, I don't care who wins. I got next. And he screamed. I wish we could find the full promo of it. I wanted to get a clip of it on the show, but we weren't able to find it. It was just awesome. It was just Miz kind of putting his chips in and saying, I don't care what happens here. I should be in this match. He said, that was the line that you guys didn't hear. He said to Daniel Bryan something about a suck the air out of the wind, roll up, win. Suck the air out of the building, roll up, win. He's like, at least when I win, I knock you out. Like whether it was with brass knuckles or not. Like, it's just little shit like that I loved. Yeah. And then he even said to AJ, he's like, you're just another one of him with a southern accent. And he just, yeah, bro, he literally, like, he went in on it.
That's fucking awesome.
That's what I mean. I don't know why we couldn't find the clip anywhere on YouTube. I'm sure there was
he's
WWE had a reasoning as to why we couldn't find that clip, but maybe they didn't want us to see it, But yeah, I obviously we're gonna get AJ versus Daniel Bryan in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if Miz being the number one contender, quote unquote, is official. With him saying I got next, but
he's ruining that match.
Is that what you think?
Yep.
He's gonna come in and I hope it's not a fucking distraction.
No. It's a fuck. It's a fuck finish DQ.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah. I'm better with that because I've got my fair share of fucking distraction looking this way while the other guy.
But then again, it could be that.
That shit bugs me because it's like, bro, you're in a title match in front of 70,000 people or whoever many it's going to be, which we didn't talk about. I think this Saudi Arabia show has been moved to a 25,000 seat building.
I've heard that, yeah.
From where it was. I don't know if that was to do with tickets or I heard something about a soccer game. Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
What do you think? Do you think we got for sure AJ retains here, or does DB maybe get the title, or does Miz definitely have an involvement?
Miz is getting involved.
Yeah.
That's my final prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And more similar to what we were just saying, like more of a distraction or more of a DQ?
More of a DQ.
Okay. I would prefer that. I don't know personally what's going to happen. I see AJ winning because, like I've said, and I'm sticking to it, I see AJ going all the way to Rumble and losing the belt at Rumble. I don't know who it is, but I've been saying that since May, and I'm going to stick to it. That's my theory on that. I like I said, I don't know who it is. I hope it's the Miz.
Kenny Omega.
That would be fucking crazy. I hope it's the Miz because I want to see Miz and DB at Mania for the belt.
Yeah,
that's where I hope this is all going. But I don't really know. It's funny you guys were so keen on it because I didn't even think really about Miz coming out and fucking this all up. But you're probably right. He probably is going to come fuck it all up. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but it just wasn't there. Especially
getting bashed down on his own show and stuff too.
Oh yeah. That's in taking the shit and then freaking out. Yeah. It's a good point. I don't know.
That's my opinion. Though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope we get Miz and Daniel Bryan way down the line in April at Mania for the belt. And maybe we get Kenny Omega at Royal Rumble. I don't know. That'd be wild.
The gears were just turning here. I was just trying to map it all out in my head how I could visualize this feud. I think you're right though. Now the closer we draw to the Rumble, it does seem like he's probably gonna have, because we don't have much left.
No.
Either he's not losing it in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think so, and I don't think he's
Survivor Series. He won't be defending it most likely.
No,
right?
I hope it's Roman, to be honest. Like I said before, but
and then after that we got TLC, where he could.
It's possible he could lose it there, but like I've said before, I just think the reason I think Rumble is because of that, like, post-Rumble is pre-Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the in-between Rumble and Mania is, like, all about building towards Mania.
Yeah.
So I feel like he'll have his run till then. That'll be however many days it is. Unless, and I just thought of this just now, unless they really want that CM Punk reign gone. And I don't know how many days AJ's got to get to beat CM Punk's reign of 400, and you'd know better than me, Donovan, something days.
Yeah.
But if maybe, like, I'm not saying that's their intention, but I'm sure, like, if they're talking about it and somebody pipes up and says, oh, well, you know, if he goes till here, then he'll beat Punk's thing. Okay, well, keep it till then. You know, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it's been methodically planned out to take out Punk's fucking title reign, but I'm sure if they can kill two birds with one stone, they will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the longest title reign.
WWE, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 400 and I don't know how many, but it's 400 and something days.
Yeah.
He had it for over like a year and a half or something. But shout out to CM Punk.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see you back, but
Yeah, seriously. Phil.
Shout out to that year of fucking 2012, bro.
20 was it 12 or 13?
12 is when it all kind of started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Fair enough. The only other thing on SmackDown that I wanted to talk about, and I don't think we're going to spend much time on it, main event, Randy Orton versus The Big Show. Big Show's first match in over a year.
That was fun. That was
on
pretty
TV.
cool. That was pretty fucked up and cool at the same time.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
a good way to put it, because it was a little fucked up in the sense that you're like, oh,
Where'd
Big
he
Show.
come from? Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing stuff that wasn't charity. You know what I mean? Like,
Whoa.
no jips to that, but he seems to be kind of in that role now.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He comes out with the kids and he does the bullying
He's
stuff.
like an ambassador almost now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
similar to like a Titus almost.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
What is
In
Titus?
Well, I think they've kind of pumped the brakes on that whole Titus Brazzers Worldwide stuff. Shout out to the first episode of the Pro Wrestling Lookback.
We love you, Dana.
But yeah, Big Show on SmackDown fighting Randy Orton. I don't think this deserved to be in the main event, but I get why it was. I think I was putting myself more in the shoes of somebody who was at the show. That being, I know they had mixed match and they had a dark match. I think that was Daniel Bryan versus Miz after, but I don't know. That main event seemed odd to me to stick that in the last match. Like, I feel like that would have been better to open the show with. Like, start the show with
I agree with that.
Not that, I mean,
It would have been nice for Big Show to come out, everyone give him a standing ovation. He could let him talk for about 5-10 minutes.
I rethink
Randy Orton
it
come out.
now that I think of it, because they started with such a good Charlotte Becky stuff. That's the only reason I'm rethinking that. But still, I don't know about closing the show. Because the Charlotte Becky was a good way to open it. I just kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I think
Two vets.
Yeah, it is, but like one is not even around anymore.
Well, yeah, he's
Hardly.
barely a wrestler. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would have been nice to him come out at the beginning, him get a big pop or whatever, let him talk for 5 to 10 minutes, let him get in there, you know what I mean? And Randy come out and be like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what the hell are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. I think it would have been cool because they could have done something a lot longer in that situation.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Don?
So Randy won, right?
Yeah.
And
with a DDT, like
did he fuck him up after? Because that's what
It
I need
wasn't
to know.
with a
That's a
DDT.
big part of this.
No.
He didn't do any crazy.
He did one his
shit?
patented DDT thing, and then it was an RKO out of nowhere. But that was it. 1, 2, 3, and then
He didn't like grab pliers and twist his dick or something like crazy. Like he didn't do because
Jesus Christ.
No, but this version of Randy likes to fucking
Yeah,
play
I know
with
what
the
you
body
mean.
part.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Did you see that fucking picture of Tyler Dillinger with his
Yes,
finger
yeah,
bent
and,
sideways and it said 9.5? I love Ty Dillinger.
9.5. Oh my god.
I hated it because I love Ty, but it was funny as fuck. His hands were out and his one finger was bent sideways. The perfect 9.5 or something like that. It was great. Shout out. I think it was Armchair Bookers that posted it. Honestly, shout out to them again. But yeah, I don't know. It was an okay way to end a decent SmackDown. Well, probably better than decent actually, but yeah, I don't know. Was there any other stuff that you guys wanted to get into from Raw and SmackDown or Super Showdown or Crown Jewel or kind of anything WWE before we dive into the end of the show and then our non WWE?
No,
indie
more than just anything. I'm just looking forward to see the Evolution and Crown Jewel. But I'm looking forward to see this all women's pay-per-view because this can be really interesting to see what these ladies can do.
Are you looking forward to seeing them so close to each other?
How are yous? Yeah, and I think it's just gonna be it's different because it's all women. It's gonna be strictly women only. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
gonna be fucking awesome. Like, I think that's cool for them. I think that's, and if it's gonna be a big success, they'll do it again. And if it's not, then whatever, they'll do it again for sure, anyways, because it's WWE.
Yeah.
But they don't care what anybody thinks. But at the same time, yeah, I think it's gonna be. I'm just hoping for good things.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm excited too.
But I'm excited. Yeah, but that's all I have to say. Everything looks good, building up to it.
Yeah, I think we covered most of the WWE.
Yeah, for sure. Just
Yes,
to bounce off what Younger said, I'm super excited for that show too. It's probably one of the most excited I've been for a pay-per-view in quite a while. And that's just to see how different it's going to be with the set. Not that the set's going to be that different, but you know what I mean.
All pink and purple.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the same, but just purple and blue. I don't know. I'm excited because of what Younger said, and it's so different.
Yeah.
It's something new.
Yeah.
But I think we should maybe talk some non-WWE stuff before we get into the end of the roundtable.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I don't know where we want to start. I know Younger's got some stuff. I had a little bit of a rant on NXT as well.
Yeah, I was curious to hear what you wanted to say.
I don't know if I should start with this or maybe get into it when Younger talks more indie stuff, but I've always loved NXT. I liked it. Well, I don't want to say always, but from 2015, let's say, to the time when Shinsuke was kind of on his way out of NXT. I was huge. I've always liked the show. It's been more of a core wrestling show, but it's always had a little bit of WWE Raw and SmackDown injection, which I've liked because it's always been a little bit of both. That's kind of been something that I was like, oh, you know what? This show's got a little bit of indie. It's got a little bit of WWE. It's got a little bit of WWE guys. It's got a little bit of indie. It's a nice mixture. And I don't want this to come across as negative, but I feel like this show has just become another indie show. It's just like I turned it on last night and I felt like I was watching ROH. And that's no discredit to ROH, but it just feels like it's just another indie brand now. It's not like a part of WWE.
Like, so how they start SmackDown, they just got right into the wrestling instead of doing this whole build up segments or whatever, or somebody coming out and talking. Just strictly right to the wrestling. Let's get to it. No more. That's
a part of it for sure, because NXT starts that way too, and it did last night when I watched it. But I don't know. It's just a feeling. Like, I was watching it by myself last night, and that was the feeling I had. I was watching it going like, this doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the way it did 2 years ago and trust me, I know this is not the majority opinion. If anything, NXT's more popular now than it was fucking 2 years ago. But this is the way I feel. I always liked that it still felt like WWE's version of indie. Whereas now, to me, it just feels like any other indie show. I don't know. That's just a little, not a rant, but I had to get that off my chest.
Do you think it, are you saying them in the sense of, because of the guys who are in the main event?
Not almost the entire show is part of it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's as many guys that are homegrown WWE guys anymore, and when we get them, they're fucking, no offense, buddy, but Kona Reeves, the finest, ain't fucking doing it for me. I'm sorry. That's...
I'm not, okay, wait, I'm not saying there's a ton of them, but there's not... Homegrown, man, Velveteen he's homegrown.
For sure.
He's homegrown, and he's dope. But I'm not going to fucking...
No, that's a great example.
But no, I hear you. I know.
Really good example.
There's definitely... It's more indie guy dominant, but there's not...
Like I said, it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just me personally, I feel that it's not as much as what I liked before. You know what I mean? I don't know. And when I watched it, it's not like Shinsuke was homegrown. But there was, I don't know. It was just different. It felt. If anything, it's weird. It makes no sense because I know it's not, but it feels smaller now, whereas before it felt bigger. And now it feels even more niche, even more underground than it did before, which I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just how I feel about NXT.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've said it 1,000 times, I think, to both you guys. It is, I don't have a problem with it either, but it's definitely the indie. It's literally they've signed a lot of great fucking talent.
Well, yeah, it's yeah.
But it's before it was more of a mix, because you had Baron Corbin is a homegrown more so guy, and you had a Nakamura, and then you had those mix of guys,
and even guys that spent I don't know, quite a bit of time. Like Seth and shit was there for a long time. You know what I mean? I don't think he was first champ too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's like I said, it's not like I'm bashing NXT. It's a fucking awesome show that has like I'm sure how many I'd love to know the percentage of people that subscribe to the WWE network just to watch NXT.
Yeah.
Probably a good percentage. But I don't know. That's just how I feel. I know I'm sure Younger probably isn't liking these comments, but
no, it's just interesting to hear from another point of view of that reason. That's the main reason why I like NXT, because it is like an indie show.
Yeah, but it's almost like
that's why
now.
I love it. Yeah, I think it's been I like when I used to watch Raw and SmackDown. I said it on a couple of like pay-per-views ago, or a couple of look-backs, sorry. That like I had never really watched that from back in the day. I wasn't really like I knew where they came from NXT. But, like, I was like, whatever. I'm like, and then as of, like, a year and a half ago, it's, like, my number one show. It's that 205, ROH, New Japan, let's get it.
And I feel you
Not
because...
to say Raw and SmackDown are shit.
No.
It's just that's just my... I just like how it gets right to the action. Let's go. Right away.
And trust me, man,
Done.
I'm mind blown with my own theory of this, because I was the same way. Like, I literally, in my 4 years or however I've been watching wrestling again, like, it's went from, loving Raw and SmackDown to... not so much, and then loving NXT more than anything else by far. Like, I could miss Raw and SmackDown, but there's no way I'd miss NXT. And then now it's kind of flip-flopped again, whereas I would miss fucking NXT now way before I would miss Raw, even though, like, I know NXT's better wrestling, like, in ring.
Fucking right it is.
It's just like I've become more into stories than wrestling in the last, like, 6 months to a year, which is weird. But I like to be honest. And
yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah.
I don't know. These are cool conversations that we don't normally get to have. So I'm enjoying this. But I don't know. Do you want to talk about more, or if any, kind of some major happenings outside of the WWE? Just major stuff? Stuff worth bringing up at least?
Well, we got some recruiting. It's recruiting season.
Oh, yeah.
In the too sweet. So we have now, as you guys know, we have the BC Elite, which is Bullet Club Elite, and we got Bullet Club OG, basically Bullet Club Firing Squad. And as of yesterday, Bullet Club Firing Squad got 4 new guys. We got Robbie Eagles, Jito, and Jado. Don't quote me on that. Don't know if that's how they pronounce their name. I've seen them wrestle before, so I should know what their fucking name is.
Is that 2 different guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And the final one, and I thought he was going to be there a long time ago, and I'm so happy to see it, is Jay Switchblade motherfucking White.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Switchblade, man. I was so happy to hear this and see this in person. I was fucking screaming like a little girl. I was screaming like a girl. I hope, Mike, you're fucking listening to this, because this is what I'm saying.
Don't count on it.
For sure. Okay. But yeah. It's just great to see him, because he should have been there a long time ago. His whole persona around his character, it just explains so much what Bullet Club is, and it's fucking awesome to see shit like that. And it's cool how he's like, yeah, let's do this, because they tried doing a thing where I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, where they tried giving him a shirt, and I think it was Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was Jay Lethal too.
I think I remember that too, actually.
No, it wasn't. It was Juice. It was Juice
and him, and they tried to give them shirts.
They tried to give him shirts, and they looked at it, and they were like, oh yeah, thanks, right? And the Jacksons were like, yeah, and then they turned around, and then they fucking hit him. But I was like, I thought that was going to happen. But now, my friend, it's all like Donkey Kong. I think these 2 groups are going to go at it now. There's 8 guys on the Elite side. There's 8 guys on Firing Squad. So I think we're going to see a big bash, and whoever wins that's going to be the official group of Bullet Club. My opinion only. Don't think that's going to happen, but that's just me.
You think, like, your opinion in the sense, sorry to cut you off, Don, that, the winner isn't going to be, like, they'll keep going and fighting more?
Yes.
You don't think it's going to be over here?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but whoever wins, though, is going to be like, we are fucking Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Like, not you.
They'll act like they are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's very interesting that this is happening now, and there's all these rumors, flying around of is Kenny going to stay? Is the Bucks like? There's all, so it's very. I think you're right, honestly, in the sense of like winner take all.
That's
ultimately.
Right. Oh, and I forgot about Robbie Eagles too, that joined Firing Squad as well. Sorry, my bad. Because they're doing a tournament coming up soon, a tag team tournament for New Japan.
Yeah.
And Ishimori needed a tag team partner, and they did this whole thing, and Robbie Eagles walked out. If you guys don't know who Robbie Eagles is, look him up. Very good technical wrestler, Very good on the mic too as well.
Yeah, that
Very nice to see.
Jay White,
Really
I know,
nice to see.
and in my opinion, fits perfectly into the Bullet Club. But Robbie Eagle, I don't know that name very well.
Yeah, take a look at him.
I will.
He does like a lot of like indie promotions or whatever. But yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's sick. He's like a Gino Gambino. Gino Gambino that signed with Bullet Club. He's from Australia, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be one of those things where I only get to see him the odd time because like we barely see Gambino.
Yeah.
So, but either the whole situation, I'm really happy to see that it's gonna get a lot of ratings for New Japan within the next month and a half, 2 months. I think that's coming, especially when Wrestle Kingdom is beginning to be coming up soon in the next 2 months.
Is that when that is? November?
It's December.
It's usually
It's the
right
end of the
before
year,
the
yeah.
Rumble. Yeah, it's usually right before the Rumble.
Yeah, it's
so
December. Remember, we watched it last year at Mike's house. It was
Yeah.
December.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing
Yeah.
that again. Like
Yeah.
I said, I get down for the big stuff.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my little touch on the indie
Did you watch that show?
because I like Bullet Club.
Did you
So,
watch Did you watch that whole show? Like
The one where the
they
Bullet Club?
were they joined and stuff with Jay?
No, I didn't. Actually, to be honest, I read it on Twitter because Tonga was the one who goes, "You think that recruiting season is over?" He goes, "It's not over yet, motherfuckers." And then, bada boom, bada bing, 4 new guys come out.
This
Wow.
kind of touches into it a bit too, because I think everyone. I just want to briefly touch on it. Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people thought Neville was going to be,
I thought I said that. I
jumping
even fucking said that. I
somewhere.
thought it was going to happen for time.
but
Yeah.
he went over.
Didn't he show up somewhere else?
He went to Dragon Gate, which I don't
Yeah, Dragon
mind
Gate, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
because
Is that like a competitor of New Japan? And
they're another Japanese
Okay.
promotion, and that's
Yeah.
where Neville built his name.
are they? I don't know. Like, are they small? Are they more like an ROH to WWE's New Japan? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
Like,
on.
would they be like the ROH equivalent if New Japan was WWE? Or they're a little bigger than that?
They're a mix down there. Like if,
Okay,
if
okay.
you have to go talk to a fan down there, they tell you that I watch New Japan, or they watch Japan because there's New
Or they
Japan
would
and
watch-
Japan. I think, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Because there's New Japan and then there's just regular Japan.
All
If I'm not
Japan?
mistaken.
well, All
I
Japan is
think.
what it used to be.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ultimate
think
Japan.
I've
Thank
said that a
you.
couple
That's
times.
the fucking name. Sorry.
that's what it
Thank you.
used to be,
Yeah.
and then it came into New Japan.
Okay, is that what it
All
was?
Japan,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because I remember I just got into the New
Yeah.
Japan not too long ago. So
I just didn't know how big Dragon Gate was. That's kind of what I was.
yeah, Dragon
curious
Gate's up
about.
there. Dragon Gate's been up there for a couple of years now.
I just
Yeah.
like the fact that he made like we talked about it before. It's an unpredictable move.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Like I think because I probably even thought he was going to show up and do some stuff in New Japan,
Yeah.
and that's where he kind of made his name in Dragon Gate, and it's good because the more it brings more eyes over there now. Like me, if Neville's doing a big match, I'm gonna tune in
You're
because
gonna go
I
watch.
like him as
Of course,
as
yeah.
a wrestler. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and then maybe I'll who knows, maybe I'll see some other guy he fights that I'm like, oh, who was that? That guy was kind of cool, and maybe that'll. I'm just speaking for like wrestling in a whole. I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah,
So
for
it'll
sure.
bring
Yeah,
more-
because you're going to be watching matches that you never even know who Neville's faced. It's like, who the fuck is he? Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what happens, right? And then, yeah. I like that because you're building it more, and you're building it more for the company more than anything
Yeah,
too, which
yeah.
is fantastic, which is good. More viewers, more
Yeah.
money, more the better.
And options is great, right? Like we
Exactly,
like to
options, exactly,
be able to watch all different types of wrestling.
exactly, which is awesome.
Might have to check out some Dragon Gate.
Yeah, yeah. He cut a wicked. He cut a little promo. And it was great because he was still playing off that heel character he was doing at the end of his WWE run.
Oh, nice. Like
And
the
it was
whole
interesting because he kind of
King
like
of the
mocked.
Cruiserweight
It
stuff.
was weird because he kind of like mocked the Japanese. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm here in Dragon Gate." Like he did.
Wow.
What a fucking beauty! Yes,
Might
I
have
need
to
watch that.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But the one I wanted to talk about was did you guys hear or see the Jericho stuff at all?
Oh, with Evil?
Yeah.
No.
Because this is what I'm gonna.
I saw the thing you sent us in the group, but that's it. I didn't actually watch it.
Well, I got it here.
Okay, do it. Pull it up. Pull it up.
I'm gonna play a little.
As long as you can get the
because he cut a wicked
plug her in. Plug her in.
promo.
Get her going.
Yeah, so you know what happened, I guess, how he attacked
Yep.
Evil again, which is great. It ties into the whole, like the end of
Yeah.
the match where Jericho won the Intercontinental title, and the whole thing happened with him and Evil. And it's interesting because the cruise, like you said, is what? It's right around the corner.
Next couple.
The cruise is in
weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 or
I
3
just
weeks,
wanna
yeah.
get it. So Jericho here cut a wicked promo after he attacked Evil in New Japan. So here, it's coming up right here, guys. So Jericho was dressed as like a druid.
Yeah.
He's great with this jumping people in New Japan. I love this. this character. So it's here. The clip is just Jericho walking away. I just wanted to get it right from the beginning of the back. I can't translate for you guys. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the Japanese commentators too.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jericho, man, because I'm super into this whole character he's doing. So we get him now. He walks backstage.
Don't you? That's real life right there, buddy. Real life. IWGP Intercontinental Champion returns to the sumo arena. Ryogoku. Evil gets his shit in my
He's got the
business.
makeup too.
He has to get involved. He has to call me out. This is what happens. The greatest, most dominant intercontinental champion of all time in any country worldwide you could choose. United States, Canada, Australia, most importantly, this shithole, Japan.
Oh my god.
So you hear
I can't believe he said that.
See? Sounds like there's a gong. No contest. Poor Evil didn't get to have his match tonight. Well, you know what? Evil, how about on November 3rd in Osaka, Evian Arena, Jericho versus Evil, IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
Wow.
Does that sound good for you, huh?
So there you have it.
Pretty wild.
And did you hear the date too? So we're gonna have Crown Jewel on the Friday, and then we get to see this next day.
That was my
wrestling all day,
Wow.
man. Wrestling all day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that build up was fucking awesome.
Wow.
That was sick.
And it's great because I'm not going to play the whole thing, but he goes on to say, like, I love how he brings his star to his star power to it too. He's like, you wanted a big name, you wanted it, and he's talking about how it's different when you're in there with a guy like me. And I'm going to bring a lot more light, there's a lot more pressure on you type of thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, and it's cool how he's fighting another person from LIJ. Yeah. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. It's been pretty good to get some different perspectives on this roundtable.
Yeah.
Different, I
fucking love Roundtable, man.
WWE.
I love Roundtable, bro.
Yeah,
I love it.
The band
we get to talk about everything, and that's what I like about this.
Yeah. And we got the band back together.
Yeah.
It's good.
3MB.
Oh, shit. Shit. I like that. But I hope everybody's enjoyed the Pro Wrestling Look Back Roundtable, episode 7. I think it's about time we probably close it out now.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
It's getting late, boys.
It's getting late. You know what it is. Why don't you guys shout out your Twitters here?
Younger, what's my Twitter?
I'm trying to do this without laughing. At New School Money. School, by the way, SKOOL.
MONEY. And your Twitter?
Oh no, I thought it was gonna be the money symbol.
Should be.
Yeah, I know it should be. That'd be sweet, eh?
I should change it.
And mine, once again, is ZJVY93. 82 followers. 82.
Getting up there, man.
Nope. It's still been the same number for 2 months. So that's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to try to get that up there. I understand. I don't post a lot of things. I understand we said last show, Nick was like, if you want to give Younger a shout out, lots of Buffalo Bills updates. Hold on a second, okay? I like the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? But we got to change this shit up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of pro wrestling on there. You know what I mean? I got a lot of our shit. So fucking look me up and fucking add me, okay? Rosa Crime.
Give him a follow.
Give me a follow.
Don't forget to check out me on Twitter as well, at Salsa, SCELSA, Star Wars, Pro Wrestling, Formula 1. Check it out. And don't forget to check out the main Twitter account, at PWLookback. If you want to send us any emails as well, it's prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com. The website is prowrestlinglookback.wordpress.com. And yeah, we thank you for joining us for Pro Wrestling Look Back Roundtable, episode 7. I'm Nick, sitting here with
Young Dog.
And the big dog. Telling you all to stay classy.